Life is a blessing, so please my niggas stop stressing. These third dimensional views, I know they get a little hectic, but remember this isn't it. Innocent niggas left in a ditch, son of a bitch. Flipping these words and verbs and synonyms, leaving the people choking like they trying to swallow cinnamon. A cinnamon, an atheist, a nigga with no faith and shit, nah. I'm an indigo, serving the people indie flows, the indica sativa. Yeah, you know I'm spitting reefer. Peep the way that I kick it like a boxing match. Can't put me in a box because you niggas flows I do not match. These rat-a-tat-tat lyrics is cool because I vibe to it, but if I hear another nigga sound like Migos, I'ma lose my mind. This shit spitting potent. You niggas joking clowns in a person suit. I think she want the money, she just want the newest person boots. Personal people keep shit to themselves, but open up themselves and let innocent brothers out of jail. You set us up to fail. Young black male moving through the system with silence. I break it down to a science, won't leave nobody behind. And it's that chakra aligning, third eye decalcified, society defying. I'm flying, there's no such thing as dying. Yeah, this the type of shit you bump up in the whip. Rather you turning up or really listening to what I spit. Rather you bob your head or analyze this shit bit by bit. Rather you buy yourself a blender through your speaker with your click. Rather you at home with your headphones and your kids are watching Nick. Rather you kinda broke or if you on your way to getting rich, get fucking lit. Get fucking lit.
Yo, bar critics.
We know the culture.
Facts. Up to here doing a little touch bases week review. Couple battles done dropped. I ain't see all of them. I can't even front, but that's why I got my man right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We could get it, but first though, let's get into that Glueazy and Twerk. What you thought?
Man, that Glueazy and Twerk, it was a good battle, but it was a weird battle, bro.
Okay, first, before we get into that, let's say who we thought won. Even though we both agreed that it was a weird battle, who we think won? Who you thought won? First, second watch.
Man, I give it to Glue 2-1. You know what I mean?
Why?
I gave him, I believe I gave him first and third. I just, I don't know. I rock with his material better, man. I mean, I hear everybody talk about, you know, New Jersey Twerk is this and that and everything, and the whole, you know, you ain't catching the bars. No, my nigga, I catch the bars as soon as I hear them bitches. I don't gotta rewind the battle back mad times. I get them shit. A lot of that shit is reaching, bro. A lot of that shit is reaching.
Some of them, okay, let me give you mine. On first and second watch, right? You know, Glueazy is one of my favorites. So I was listening to Glueazy bars. He was spitting bars. It was a contradiction of styles. But upon second watch, Twerk was cooking, but like you said though, his style is so unorthodox that I guess I agree with what you're saying, that at times it sounds like even his simple bar was a reach. Now I know everybody's talking about the amoxicillin bar, but I thought that was a hard bar though, bro.
Bro, that was a straight bar. I guess if you was in the building or whatever, but that amoxicillin, I guess what he was going for is amoxicillin. I mean, you know, we from the South, we don't say ox, but if you know, amoxicillin is far from amoxicillin, my nigga. Far from that shit.
So true. But I did think though, I think he stole the show with that Cucamonga Cracker Killer. I love that bar. I love that bar. Okay, so I like Glueazy, but when I watched it, I thought Twerk had more energy, and even if people say he was reaching, he had more energy and more stage presence. Only thing I'm taking away was, what is up with these Jersey niggas in the Jersey? Like, y'all can't remember y'all rhymes, so y'all Jersey out? Like, I don't like it.
Bruh, that nigga had bad niggas with him, yo. He had his own serious section of shit.
He did, but his section was going crazy on glue bars, too, though.
Nah, they weren't going crazy on Glue part. Every once in a while, they'll throw up a 1 or 2 or 3 saying that's your first, second, or third bar that you spitting around, or the battle.
Yeah, but those are haters.
But nah, them niggas was,
those
that was extra. Them niggas was extra inflating the damn battle in the bars, bro. It was extra, and I can't stand for niggas to be rapping and niggas to say bars with niggas. I can't stand that shit, yo. I can't stand that shit. Stop saying bars when niggas are spitting bars.
So who you got winning?
I got Glueazy 2-1.
Okay. But
2-1.
on bars
2-1.
or bars or technicality?
No, I got them on bars, man. Like I said, man, a lot of that stuff is reaches, man. It's reaches and it's like forcing words to mean other things, and I don't like that shit. You know what I mean?
It's wordplay.
Like just for,
that's part of it.
I mean, it's not amoxicillin is not wordplay, my nigga. That's just a medication. It's pronounced amoxicillin.
Yeah, but the beginning of it was the ceiling fan, and then the amoxicillin.
Yeah.
You know, I
see where he was going for, but it does not fit. I see what he was going for, but amoxicillin doesn't start with I'm. It's not amoxicillin. It's not amoxicillin. It's amoxicillin.
Okay. So we agree in that.
I mean, I guess he was going with.
We agree in Glueazy won, but I'm agreeing because he lost. I'm agreeing he won on technicality.
We ain't even started on the chokes and stumbles, my nigga. We ain't started on the stumbles.
That's the part I'm talking about. That's the part I'm talking about. And on second watch, I did see the choke, and you were absolutely right. I didn't see it the first time. You were absolutely right.
Yeah, man.
That's why I said Twerk won, but Twerk forgot a whole damn half a rhyme almost. So it was.
That's what it felt like, right?
Yeah. So is it what? Okay. So let me ask you, what's worse, a choke or to completely forget your whole thing and Jersey out?
Oh, that's definitely worse by far. If you choke. Okay, because see, I've watched a few battles. I can't come off the top of the head which battles they are right at this second. But you probably could too, because we watched a lot of battles together.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a few battles where niggas are straight choke, stop in the middle of their round, and then bring it back, and then, you know what I mean, all of a sudden they spit 3 fire haymakers, and it's like, okay.
And everybody forgot about the choke.
Facts. But that's just not what happened in this case. It's like you choke, stumble, Jersey. Nah, bro.
You're right about that.
People that came like glue stumbled. Glue stumbled and came back with 2 fire bars after that.
Yeah, but does that take away from the choke, or does it add to the choke?
I mean, it could even out the choke. Now, if he just choked and Jerseyed it out, all right, then you already know what that is. It's not hard to call that one. And then if he chokes, brings it back, and then spits 6 bars of filler, it's like, you probably should have Jerseyed it out. You feel me?
You're right about that.
But then if he choke, come back with 2 or 3 haymakers, it's like, oh shit, choke, yeah, he choked, but nigga, did you just hear that bar? And that bar?
True.
So it's like depending on, you know what I mean, that's how I go by it, yo. If you choke it, I already take points away if you just Jersey it out. But then if you choke, bring it back, and then you spit mad filler and shit, it's like, yo, you probably should have just Jerseyed it out, bro.
So you're giving more points for Jersey. So the Jersey out versus the choke is worse.
I'm giving 0 points for either one, but you know what I mean. Depending on how depending on how far along he is in his round too. Because if the nigga gonna spit 2 minutes and 55 seconds of a round, and then Jersey the last 5 seconds, man, he got a full round in as far as I'm concerned. If you Jersey the last bar,
so it depends on the time of the Jersey.
To me, it does, because you know what I mean, the material wise, you know what I mean. If you get through your whole damn round and then you stumble on a bar that you could, you know what I mean. You know, as watching this and writing and everything, you know how it is to get the cadence correctly. You be like, yeah, I could tell that you was gonna stumble that shit anyway. You know what I mean? You stumble down there every time.
Yeah, because the cadence was wrong from the beginning of how you set it up, right?
Fact. So if you stumble there and then pick it back right at the end, I'm good with that. But if you do that shit 4 bars into your verse and shit, nah, my nigga. Or into your round, nah, my nigga. You just came unprepared, bro. Or overprepared.
All right. Okay. So we got that one out the way. Now let's talk about the one that we didn't, that we had our conversation about, but the people didn't hear. Let's talk about the Colorado URL Proving Ground battle. Let me get it out the way before you go on your rant. Okay.
Go ahead, yo.
The
rant, when we talked about it, the rant was fresh, so I'm good now.
Okay. The actual battle was good. Pharaoh killed my man, but my man had some bars. I can't remember his name right now.
I can't remember. Let me look it up. Obscure Battle League.
Is it Bangs? No, something.
No, I wasn't Bangs, my nigga, because I wasn't.
No, not Bangs. It's something. It starts with it. He has a double name. But he had bars, but he was spitting real life West Coast bars. You know, like gang bang bars. I think he's from the West Coast. I think he's from the West
Colorado.
Coast.
He's from Colorado.
Is he from Colorado? Okay, well,
yeah, his name is.
He was sounding like he was from the West Coast.
Capital with a K. He has some bars. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. Yeah, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Capital had bars, but Pharaoh's nice, man. I don't know why people are sleeping on Pharaoh. He probably need to be the next one on that stage, man. I like Pharaoh. From the last 3 battles I saw him, he definitely moved up my ladder. So how do you feel about the Colorado event, bro?
All right, the Colorado event, I don't know because I only seen one battle from it. So I know nothing about the Colorado event. I don't know when that shit happened.
Well, I mean, your thoughts of your.
I don't know why it happened.
Like why? Yeah.
You getting there? I don't know why it happened. I don't know why they decided to throw a Colorado event, and I guess it was PGs or whatever. I mean, I ain't heard it. You figure that the URL would go through PGs and states that they've gotten a lot of their talent from. You know what I mean? I'm not quite sure how the Colorado PGs happened before the North Carolina PGs, to be honest with you, because all the dope talent that's been coming there for the last 2 years that's actually been talked about, for the most part, has been out of North Carolina. It ain't been out of Colorado, my nigga. So I'm just wondering how Colorado jumped ahead of everybody, number one. Well, I figured what I think is that they paid for the whole shit and then gave away free material or free footage. So the niggas was like, yeah, we'll go on ahead and throw a URL stamp on it. You know what I mean? Because why else would they do that? Nobody's came out of Colorado. I can't name one nigga that came out of Colorado. And if there is a nigga that came out of Colorado, the nigga damn sure don't make it known that he's from Colorado. But out of North Carolina, you got none. You got Glue. You got Briz. Well, Briz by association. You got Chop. Shit. We got Bad News, PC, Riggs. You know what I mean? North Carolina's doing it. I can't say this. Can you say this? Who can say the same for Colorado, though?
You got to give Colorado something, though, man. I mean, they wouldn't have done it if it wasn't nothing, man. That's I mean,
they got legal weed. Yeah, that's cool. They got legal weed. That's cool. But other than that, I don't know. I can't name 2 battle rappers that came out of Colorado for them to be like, shit, let's throw some events down here. This is a prime place to throw events. You feel me? It's like what made you think in the analytics?
Isn't that how the Midwest started, though?
Nah, not really, because Verb came to New York to battle SB, and that's kind of what put the Midwest movement on. But they came to New York.
Well, you're right about that.
That was Smack DVD, I believe. Same era though. But nah, they came to New York first. My thing is that you gotta have, and the analytics has gotta say. I'm sure it's not saying that you know what I mean. You're getting mad traffic and mad pool in fucking Colorado, to where you throwing an event, unless, like I said, somebody else threw the event there, paid for all that shit, and KG popped up to host it, or they threw the stamp on it. But URL ain't paid for that shit, bro. I bet URL ain't paid one dime for that damn event. Because why would they? They're barely doing. They're scared to do.
But they put their name on it, though.
They put their name on everything. They put their name on Guerrilla Warfare through an event. Okay, look, let's do it. We're gonna go back a little bit of history here. Guerrilla Warfare teamed up with Black Ice, or Syndicate Cartel to be exact. Syndicate Cartel and Guerrilla Warfare got together through an event. When they were throwing the event, they had a discrepancy on who was gonna get the footage. You feel me? Smack URL.
Why was the discrepancy?
Because they both got leagues and they both got channels. So I don't think they thought that all the way through. Who's gonna get what battle to drop? You feel me? So what ended up happening, Gracie from Guerrilla Warfare, Gracie gave the footage to URL. URL dropped that shit. Now, they had a falling out because, since then, URL and Gracie, but ultimately, Gracie and Black Ice threw the event, paid for the event. URL in editing through URL TV at the bottom of the screen, according to us, it's a URL event. You feel me? But it wasn't a URL event. That shit was a fucking Guerrilla Warfare Syndicate Cartel event.
Okay. I needed that history lesson. I didn't know that. I needed that history lesson. Okay. But I still think...
that's a fact, though, because that's what I'm saying. They're notorious for that. They're notorious for letting niggas throw events, pay for events. Like that, like We Go Hard. All those We Go Hard battles that drop on URL, they don't pay for shit for them battles. But you best believe they got the URL watermark on that joint.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was you saying?
No, well, I mean, you took care of my sales right then. I mean, I was ready to argue it down my car, but I kind of see the angle you're going. But I think it needs a chance to spark, and it might possibly go somewhere. It just that's how Atlanta didn't start like that.
Yeah, but Atlanta just got spitters. Atlanta, back when Grind Time first started, they had Grind Time ATL. Atlanta's been known for having spitters. We can say John, even though he's not from Atlanta, he's from Yonkers, but he moved. He got a start on Grind Time Atlanta. Yeah, you got Sire Boy. Yeah, you know what I mean. Which once again, he's one. Sire Boy is one that should have been on. You know what I mean. But Atlanta's been known for their spitters. They were one of the first. Shit, Atlanta. I want to say Atlanta had a league before URL started too. To be honest with that Grind Time shit, so they've kind of been established. But then again, I don't know though, because Grind Time did have like a fucking Grind Time Arizona, a Grind Time.
Yeah, they were pretty spread out, right?
Yeah, Finland, fucking Grind Time Mexico City. They didn't give a fuck, yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me turn this around. I know we're getting down to our last segment. If we named our Mount Rushmore, or not necessarily a Mount Rushmore, would you agree or disagree that it would have to be, let's say, a double Mount Rushmore? You have to say present and past. Before you answer, let me throw one more in there. And also, could we do it regional? Because I would think that counts too, right?
I would think we need to do it regional.
There you go. So now we're that's my mind frame. But if you do it regional, what about the people that could be considered bi-regional or bi-coastal?
They can pick where you're from.
So wouldn't that particularly snub somebody?
Or we could go by where you had your first battle.
Okay, how about this? Name your top 4 West Coast Mount Rushmore. Mount Battlemore. I
would have to say, in no particular order, I would have to go.
But hold on, are you going present era or past era? Are you mixing?
No, to me, it's mixed. If you don't,
okay.
I'm going Disaster, Thesaurus, Immaculate, and Daylights.
These are in order?
No particular order.
Okay, you said Disaster.
Yup, Thesaurus, Immaculate, Daylight.
Immaculate, and Daylight.
Yep.
I would keep Daylight. I would keep Immaculate. You see, this is where it gets tricky for me because I want Past in there.
Yeah, Past cannot be on Mount Rushmore.
Why? Why he can't be on my Mount Rushmore?
Well, I guess he can be on your Mount Rushmore, but we got to keep in mind that he did just get 30 by Prez on URL.
Well, I mean, every person you named though got there. It's nobody with a Floyd record in this thing, so everybody got.
Yeah, but my thing is, he stopped battling after Grind Time. He got like 3 or 4 battles on Grind Time. He stopped battling for like 5 years, and then he just started back up. And he came back to
KOTD, and what I think it looked like he still. To me, he represents the personification of the West Side battle rap. Like he got on khakis, he got on khakis and Cortezes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
he do, and I hate to say that he got to win because at the same time it's the same thing. Daylight hardly ever wins battles, but we expect that from him. But passing money bags, passing Killer. You know what I mean? He ain't had the greatest of showings in the last year. I want to say he lost at least 2 battles out of the last 4.
Okay, let me get past that.
He's
so
good.
why didn't you mention B-Dot? Why you didn't mention B-Dot?
Because B-Dot is nowhere near ready to be on Mount Rushmore of anybody. He's got 4 battles, 5 battles.
But let the culture tell it. All 4 of those was, you know.
Nah, he know that he ain't gonna be on nobody Mount Rushmore yet. The 2 hardest battles he got is the hardest battle he got today was Danny Myers because Daylight went light. I mean, the hardest battle he got today is Danny Myers. Nah.
Okay.
So I mean, if we're doing it like, nah, he ain't nowhere near being legend status. He ain't nowhere near being Mount Rushmore status. None of that. Especially we talking about West Coast Mount Rushmore because shit, when as far as battle rap when it came back, there was way more people on the West Coast to pick from than anywhere else, and nah, he ain't ready. And to be honest, I don't think he's ready for any of the 4 that I named. Well, I mean, he already battled Daylight, but he ain't ready for anybody that I named on that Mount Rushmore of the West Coast. He's not.
I think he is, and you know how I feel. You know my particular, instances with B-Dot and all that. I mean, yeah, but I think
you
definitely
was the biggest. You definitely were not a fan of B-Dot at all, my nigga.
No, but
at all.
But until the Cortez battle, I changed my mind after a second, third watch. Yeah, he did address the issue that I was, that me and a lot of culture fans were thinking. That, you sound like somebody. We need to talk about this. And, I think that's what battle rap is. You hash it all out, and that's it. You get over it. That's the best way to do it. It's almost like a therapy, like your boy Prez Mafia. You like to talk about that, but I know you don't like to talk about that, but
fuck it.
All right.
Fuck that. Why every time I turn around, niggas is talking about Prez fucking Mafia, my nigga? Jesus Christ, that nigga is trash can juice, bro.
Because you have to. I'm gonna need you to watch it one more time, unbiased. Take all your MC out and watch it just like a regular dude that heard this story.
Bro,
no. Let me finish.
Bro,
that
I'm not
heard
sure
this
he wrote
story
it
with no bias. Cause see, you're a bar almanac. You know all these bars previous. So once you saw that, you heard that.
Now I don't even know if he wrote it though.
See, that's what I'm saying. Let me finish. You're giving him the death penalty. You can't give him the death penalty. That's all I'm saying. You're giving him the death penalty. It's like you caught him cheating. NCAA rules. You gave him the death penalty. Like, but that's not right. He can come back from that, especially if he addressed it. He addressed it. And he addressed it the whole first round, and it made it hard. It made it to where the average person. One more. It made it to the average person. If I explained the story to the average person, and then he watched that. Let's say I explained it to Spock, and Spock watched that. Didn't know nothing about the history except what I told him, that this guy, he's a battle rapper, and he bit some rhymes from a mixtape. And then the dude starts spitting, and he says the whole thing in the first round and everything, and then the crowd cheers for him like they forgave him, screaming, welcome back. Like, I mean, you feel me?
If I steal $1,000 from you, and then I explain it, I get to come back over to the crib. You leaving your dough around on the table?
Point taken, man. I'm just
Or from now on, nigga. Or from now on, whenever I pull up, we talking outside on the porch. Real shit,
man.
Nigga. You can steal from me one motherfucking time. If you steal one time, nigga, you a thief. You could be a rehabilitated thief, but you gonna be a rehabilitated thief on the front porch. That's a fact. Yo. I changed my life. Hallelujah. God is good. That's great, nigga. I'll meet you on the porch.
We're gonna get back to Prez Mafia, man. This is gonna be a real
but it's gonna be the same thing every time on my.
It's about forgiveness. It's about forgiveness. This is gonna be the same time. It's about forgiveness. How we do.
Fuck that. There's no forgiveness in battle rap. There's no crying at baseball. There's no forgiveness in battle rap.
You're right, man.
We're not doing that shit, bro. I can't do it, nigga. You steal the whole hook. You go into my man's whole verse and then finish it off with the fucking hook, nigga.
But how he addressed it, that's all I'm saying, man. Give it back. Just go back and give it a watch, man. Go back and give it one watch. Go back.
I'll give it a watch. I don't know who wrote it. Whoever wrote it probably did a good job channeling Prez Mafia.
Hey, another one. What you think about Verb retiring?
I think it's about time. To be honest.
Why?
I wish all the people that I've been watching the last 8 to 10 years wasn't retiring, but if you're not really giving the effort that you need to, you lost all your money to gyms. Shout out to him, but that wasn't supposed to happen. You just losing battles left and right, nigga. You lost the cost.
To battle like that, to put it in the judge's hands, I mean, that could have went either way. It was a safe bet for Verb. I understand that. He ain't play it, It was a safe bet because it just depended on who showed up that day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. Yeah, but you know what I mean? He's had too many, shit, when he battled, I think he battled Danny Myers, I want to say 2 years ago. That nigga, in the battle versus Danny Myers, that shit was in Texas. That nigga was did a whole passing of the torch round, basically, where he was passing the torch to Danny Myers, my nigga.
Man, he's still, but listen, if he goes out right now, man, it's going to look bad because the last thing I will remember really is that Bonnie threw a dick at you and you retired.
Pause.
Pause with that, but isn't that what happened? Wouldn't that be what a battle rapper bar would be? If I'm going against Verb, that's what I'm going to say if he comes back, or before he leaves.
Technically, that's the last time he was on motherfucking World Star. So
you see what I'm saying? Those are facts, though. It's pause.
Some people are fine with that, though. I mean, maybe he's okay with that. Maybe he made peace with himself with that. You know what I mean? There's not much you can do. You know what I mean? Maybe he made peace with that. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Him and Thesaurus went at it pretty tough, man. I mean, that was a good Verb battle.
It was a good Verb battle. But, I mean, but who was supposed to win? Who you got with it?
I mean,
who you got winning, bro? I know you don't rock with the nigga, but who you got with it?
Yeah, I did give it to the Stores.
They
first.
I gave
it to the Stores. Just by the edge, but I thought it's so close, man. That's one of those. I'm gonna watch it again and I'm gonna give it to Verb. You see?
Yeah, that and that's cool, but you know, I mean, I rock with the Source. You don't rock with the Source at all. For you to say that shit, the Source got it, my nigga.
You're right.
Which is another reason why that nigga's on my West Coast Mount Rushmore. Because say what you want, yeah, he does got a dated cadence. His cadence is mad old. But what he says in that old ass choppy cadence, my nigga, he be winning these battles.
That's the only thing I be getting, and I just don't like it when they rely on their freestyle too much.
That's a fact. But that's the cloth he came from and shit, my nigga. He's talking.
Yeah, It's a curse and a gift at the same time, you know.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Check me out though. We getting ready to get out this bitch, man.
That's what's up, man.
Everywhere.
Bar Critics.
Follow Bar Critics on Facebook. Follow us at Bar Critics on Twitter. Bar Critics on motherfucking YouTube.
Talk that Bar Critics shit.
We ain't hard to find, my nigga. We here. You know what I mean? The Bar Critics, shit. Just put in Bar Critics, you'll find us, my nigga. That's all that shit is. We out this bitch. We know the cost will be out. One.
Run to Old Navy Friday and Saturday for the year's biggest denim deal. 2 days only, all jeans are 50% off. That's right, Friday and Saturday, all jeans are 50% off at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. But you'd better hurry. It ends Saturday. Valid 2/24 and 2/25. Excludes clearance.
Spring is almost here. It's time to clear out the old and make room for what's new. This week only, come to Cabela's and find incredible deals on ammo, footwear, outerwear, and more. Get 15 to 20% off a huge selection of ammo from Hornady, Federal, PMC, and Herders. Plus, get 50% off select outerwear throughout the store and 25% off select hikers and athletic footwear. Now's the time to save big. This week only at Cabela's.